Hey folks, good morning. Aloha Friday. It is RPG A Day 2022, day number 26. Why? Why does your character do what they do? And there's two parts to that answer. One is that he's of a noble house and feels responsible for taking care of, the people around him. He has the obligation of being noble. Was that noblesse oblige, I think is the French way, although I don't have to say that very well. Excuse me, my goodness. But the second part of that is a mechanic that I borrowed from Pendragon that I put into almost all of my games. And that's traits. I think there are 13 traits. Everything from chaste versus lustful to valorous versus cowardly. And then there's trusting and suspicious, and there's worldly and pious, and there's cruel, and some other corresponding value, right? And the values balance essentially out to 20, although you can get over 20, and so it's one and something else, and it can never get lower than one, right? But it's generally a 3d6 roll, so it's 9 to 12. That was 10, 11, 9, 12. Yeah, 9 to 12 is average. And so he's got a couple of traits that he's got one at 15, a couple at 14, a couple at 13. So I try to play him along those lines. It's kind of interesting because he's generous and something else. I think it's friendly, but he's also lustful and deceitful. So it's kind of funny to mix match those things. I remember one of our first encounters, first sessions, we had come back from, I guess, the Moat House, but we were at the Inn in Hamlet, and one of the guys has a musical instrument, and they're telling stories, spreading our fame abroad kind of thing. And I had a village girl sitting on my lap and a whisper in her ear, embellishing the story, but putting the focus on the other players, not on himself. I thought that was a very interesting way to mash those traits and still get to make things happen. It was a lot of fun. But that's why he does the things he does. His obligation to be noble and his traits. Happy gaming.